Welcome back to AM Northwest. Our first guest knows a thing or two about pushing beyond your limits and outside your comfort zone. Not only is she a woman in a male-dominated profession, she's become a title-winning bodybuilder. Here to share her inspiring story, we welcome Oregon Air National Guard Staff Sergeant Michaela Thompson. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Okay, this is wild. So I understand your whole family is military. That's why you decided to go into the National Guard?
Yeah, my dad has been in for over 30 years. My mom served for over 25 years.
Wow.
And my brother was EOD for 10 years. And so it's been in the family
Okay,
the whole time.
so how do you get to where you are now? Tell me all you've done, because you started as a firefighter.
Yes, I'm still a firefighter.
You're still a firefighter,
yeah, so I joined the Air National Guard when I was 17, directly into the fire department. And I've belonged to the fire department for the last 11, almost 12 years now.
But that's kind of tough. I'm looking, you're short.
Yes.
Right? And firefighters, it takes a lot of strength and a lot of agility and oftentimes a lot of height. How are you able to do all of that?
With really good training.
Yeah.
And yeah, everything's kind of over my head. It's definitely heavier than me. The firefighters are much bigger than I am. So to be able to keep up with them, I have to adjust my training just to make it work better for me. So finding the right techniques and the right ways, other women in the fire service, what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of leverage used, right?
Yes.
Like if something is too heavy, you leverage it.
Yes,
right?
I specifically think about ladders with that.
Yeah.
Since I'm so much shorter, I have to find a different point to be able to carry and throw ladders. And so it's interesting, and oftentimes it takes me a little bit longer to get to where they're at, and that's okay. And they're really supportive and understand that I just need to find the right way to get to it and accomplish the same job the same way that they will, just maybe a little bit different.
And then as staff sergeant, what do you do?
Same with the fire department.
Okay.
So I'm a staff sergeant there, but then my day-to-day kind of job is I work with command support staff for the maintenance group of the 142nd Wing. Yeah. And so I work with all of the commanders of the maintenance group, as well as all of the chiefs and senior enlisted leaders, and we do administrative support for, I think it's over 400 members of the maintenance full group.
Yeah.
And so they're the ones who are maintaining the jets here in Portland. And so we get to any administrative things that go on with their military career, we help and coordinate and work with.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, who talked you into getting into the gym? Was it your dad that talked you into
It was actually my brother. I had started training, I was running, really enjoyed it, and then started going into the gym when it started raining and getting dark around 4 p.m. And I was like, oh, maybe I should go inside. And my brother was like, you should come to the gym with me. I think you'd really like it. And I did. I loved it and just kind of dove head first. Got a coach right away, and my coach encouraged me to compete.
Yeah, and how did you do the very first time you competed in a bodybuilding contest?
I am shocked that I was able to win my first show, and it was a big surprise. I wanted to just see what would happen, gave it my all, and then, I was able to win. Yeah.
So for those who don't understand the bodybuilding part of it, it's different than powerlifting.
Yes, it's very different.
Yeah.
You're training for a very specific physique aesthetic, and so you're building the muscles to give that look or that shape that's desired for whatever class you're competing in. And so I competed in the bikini division, and so they want big shoulders. You have
they want the V.
Yes,
they want the V, right?
You want kind of that hourglass shape, and so you get that with bigger shoulders. I had 3 leg days a week. And just a heavy focus on that, as well as posing and dieting and everything.
The dieting part. Oh, stop. What do you have as a diet? Because you're coming up on another competition.
I am. I'm 4 weeks out from my next show.
So what does that mean for you? No carbs?
Pretty much. It's kind of brutal. But it's a very specific diet, and so my coach tells me exactly what my macros are and what foods I should eat, and that kind of takes the thought away from me, and I can just
do what he says.
Do what he tells me to do, follow the plan.
Is there a lot of tanning involved? There's always a lot of tanning in those competitions, right?
Yes, the tan is arguably atrocious. It's very dark, and people always want to give me a hug after the show, and I'm like, I'm gonna get my tan on you. I can't do that. Last year after my show, I went to a steak dinner, and I had my tan on, and I'm eating dinner at this white tablecloth, and there's tan
no.
all over the tablecloth. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, it's okay, it happens. And I was like, does it?
You're also a single mom.
Yes.
Your daughter is adorable. Tell
Thank
me about,
you.
I don't know how you handle all of this.
It's quite a bit of juggling.
Yeah.
She's 3, and so she's quite the handful, but so much fun. And she gets to watch me chase whatever it is I want to chase, and like execute that in the best way possible. She helps me with meal prep in a really funny, cute way. So that's
she likes
been
to
fun.
cook with you, right?
She does. I got her a little wooden knife, and so she'll chop up little veggies and stuff with me, but I try to involve her in whatever it is that I'm doing, and I think that's important that she can watch me do what I am excited about.
Weightlifting is really kind of a powerful thing, I think, for women, isn't it?
It is, and it surprises you, and so I encourage all of my female friends that reach out to me. I'm like, you get to push yourself to this limit and feel proud after every set, and I think that that's really empowering.
Yeah.
And to be able to experience that on a day-to-day basis is really cool, and you get to walk away feeling proud of yourself after each gym session.
There is actually something to lifting weights that makes you feel like you got this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you get to find, you think, oh, I've only got 10 reps of this.
Right.
And suddenly you're at the 10th rep and you're like, I could probably give a little bit more.
Yeah.
I could probably do a little bit more than that. And then you do, and you're like, wow, like I'm proud of myself.
Yeah. And the next time you kind of see your progression too, like you can lift a little bit more or go more reps.
Yeah, to be able to like watch those numbers grow and watch your strength grow and your physique start to change, that snowball starts rolling and it gets just more and more exciting, and yeah, it's really rewarding.
Do you feel like, since we talked about the fact that you're a female in a male-dominated profession, two of them, exactly, all three, and your hobby too.
Yes, yes.
All three. Is it getting better for women in those areas?
I think so. I think there's more space being held for that we can show up and we can do the job and do the job well.
Yeah.
And
maybe differently.
Yeah. Even if it's differently, the job's still getting done, and so that's what's the most important thing. There's always going to be a little spotlight on you and what you're doing, and there's always kind of an extra audience that's like, can she do it?
Yeah.
And so that part is hard mentally to recognize that not only do I have to work a little bit harder, but I also have more eyes on me than these other people. And that's okay. And to be able to prove that you can do it, or to show them that it's okay to ask for help and to struggle through something and to overcome that is part of the process. And so it's rewarding to be able to do that and prove and be like, I can do this.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Michaela, congrats on all your success.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.